Today on the table, we have a Walther PPKS in 22 caliber. So if you remember, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went over my other German-made Walther PPK, and that one was a little bit older. That was more of the James Bond gun. It had the walnut grips on it, and it was, all original, but that one was from the late 50s, early 60s, whereas this one, and the other one was a Walther PPK, not an S. So what happened is once they made the Walther PPKS, they added an extra round in the magazine for the 32 and the 380, and then they also added another caliber, which was the 22. Now this one, which is a 22, I will show you here. It is also not loaded. And then if we check the magazine, now the magazine actually is a 10-round magazine, and you can see here, it says, it actually has all this stuff. I don't know if you can see it in the screen there, but it says Walther PPKS. So it does have the original mag, made in Germany, which is pretty cool. And now they don't have a slide release on these, so the only way to bring the slide forward is obviously without the magazine in it, then you can do that. And then just drop this. But anyways, it's super cool. Like I said, when you're going through and collecting these, it's nice to always find the ones that are made in Germany versus the ones that are made in the US. I just think they're better made. And it's fun. As you know, as the channel is called Old Pistols, I want the older ones. So you can see it's got all of its markings on here as well. And like I said, this one's late 60s, early 70s. I have a Cure and Relic license, obviously, so I was able to put it on that. So it does meet that from the 1975 and before. But yeah, just a super cool version. They started making the PPKS in, I think 1968. I have to double check and see how long it's been since they were doing that. But I think it was right around, yeah, it was 1968, because there's a Gun Control Act of 1968, and that is when the development of the PPKS began. So, if you have a PPK, those could still be made past that date, but you won't have an S made any earlier than that. But yeah, just super cool. I'm looking forward to shooting it. I shot that one Beretta, the 102 that we went over, and that shoots amazing for a 22. I'd be very curious to see how this shoots. I have one of the first, really second guns I've ever had was a Walther P22. Now that is a more modern gun, but it is a 22 caliber, and it was the first 22 that I ever had. That shot very well for a very long time, and then it had a firing pin issue. I took it into a gunsmith, had it replaced. It's still just not as reliable with firing, so it's been kind of retired into the safe for a while, just because, I've had it 15 to 18 years now, and it's just, it was shooting great for the first few, but then once it had a firing pin issue, it just not that great. So it would be curious to see if this older Walther in a 22 will have any issues, or just what the reliability is. And it is always the case with rimfire, but on that Beretta, no issues whatsoever. If you guys want a fun shooting 22, besides like the modern Rugers and things like that, that Beretta that I have, the 102, and you can get it in a 76 as well, are the model numbers, those shoot great. So I will definitely take that back out to the ranges, for more times here in the future. But I just wanted to make a quick little video. Maybe I'll make a comparison of this one. I would like, even though this has the original mag in it, it would be nice to get a mag that is like the flush mag, which would be kind of cool if I can find one of those for that. There might be an option for it, so I'll have to look and see. But anyways, here's the Walther PPKS in a 22. And if you want to know more history about it, I did that before on the other channel, or on the other video for the Walther PPK. So just go back and look at that, and you can see the brief history, and I would go through the whole thing. So if you have one of these, or if you shot one, let me know in the comments. And thanks again for watching.